Hello, my loves. Okay. Mm. I have a feeling it's just gonna be us. I don't know why. Um, so I'm gonna start sharing. I'm gonna start sharing the energy that I'm bringing to the call. Um, let me clean it up a little bit. I feel like, um, okay, I don't know if you guys can see it. No, you won't be able to see it. My slider door, I guess from the hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold of the temperatures outside, it's shattered in a million fucking pieces. And it's like the inside panel, like not the outside glass, like the inside glass. And like I keep looking at it and I'm like, that's kind of how I feel. Just like in a million fucking different directions, a lot of emotions going on in my body. Um, I'm I'm getting ready to bleed. I'm home with a sick kid. His fever broke like last night and now it's like back again. So we just got back from the doctor because you need a doctor's note in order to take a kid that's been out of school for 3 days back. And it's just like, thank you for adding another thing to do on a mom's fucking list. Like it's viral. They can't do anything for him, right? So um and then I had therapy today and God, I fucking love that woman. I fucking love that woman. Um, she was explaining to me the process. I was kind of explaining to her of like where I'm at, how I feel all over the place. Um, and just all of these things that I can't really control. And yet there's this deep-seated desire in me to be still and to create like Black Friday offers for my business and send out a thoughtful love note. And I haven't recorded a podcast. Like there's all these things that I want to do, and yet there's all this other stuff that I have to do. And I'm getting sick. And so I'm like, the level of surrender that is needed in my entire what feels like the last 2 weeks is so loud and so intense. And so that is my baby step, is to not just surrender, because I've been really fucking proud of myself. I like do what I can when I have the time. I have been using my voice and expressing my needs. Laura knows we just left Evo Revo and I had an experience where there was just a lot alive inside of me. So I shared that. It felt really fucking good. I'm also tuning into, which I want to talk to you guys about this on the next branding call. I don't even know if I have one scheduled, but I want to schedule it. Um, Something that's been really loud for me is like sharing my story. Like, yeah, everyone knows what I do, and maybe they don't. They probably don't. Most people know what I do, but do they know why I do it? Do they know why I'm an authority in it? Do they know, can they relate to my story at all? I mean, yeah, I'm sure 90% of the people that follow me know I'm in a shitty relationship, but do they know how it's pushed me to become the woman that I am today in such a positive way? Probably not, you know? They probably think it's just breath work. Well, yeah, thank you. And there's more. So like, um, so anyway, so we were talking about all of this. Like I want to share my story. I want to create content. I want to do this. And there's surrender, surrender, surrender. And in that, she says, I'm telling her about also like really leaning into like the more feminine aspects of my business and the softer, easier, fuck, the more gentle way. And it just feels like the universe is like, oh, you want to be gentle? You want to take it easy? Okay. I'm gonna throw a bunch of shit your way, make your life feel like a shattered piece of glass, and then we'll see what happens. And it's like, oh, I see you, and I raise you. I raise you my queen of hearts because I'm softening into this. Like after this call, I'm gonna go fucking take a nap because I literally feel like dog shit right now. And even though I really want to write my newsletter and I really want to like do all these things, I'm just like, now is not the time. Now is not the time. And like, thank you, Kara. Is Kara? Yeah, Kara's here. For that card pull of like rest, 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 healing, rest, because it just feels 100% appropriate. And so, my baby step, softening into the surrender. For me, in my experience, surrender has felt like let go, just like let go. But there's still the pressure. There's still the awareness that I have to surrender. Like it feels like a forced surrender. And so it gets to be soft and it gets to be easy and it gets to be, I still get to receive from the surrender. Like surrender for me always meant like like a pause, like a letting go. And this feels more like, yes, pause, and there's still things happening. It's like the build, right? And I honestly don't even know if I'm making any sense. This is me just like brain dumping to you guys right now. But yes, baby step, softening into the surrender and just knowing that the things that are buzzing inside of me can continue to buzz and build until I'm ready to birth them. And in the meantime, it's honor, rest, surrender. Just this mantra keeps coming to me. I shared it. I don't know if I shared it with you guys. I think I shared it in Mighty Networks. Let me find it because this is like, it's on repeat. So I just want to read it to you. It feels important. I allow myself to relax. It's safe to soften. There's nothing for me to fix. I'm exactly where I need to be. You're doing it already. It gets to feel effortless now. Everything I need is already within me. There's nothing to do. I'm already a magnet for my desires. I can relax now. And so, that being said, my baby step is just continuing to embody that through every action, through every thought, through every moment when, like yesterday, I'm doing the laundry and I'm cleaning all the sheets and I'm disinfecting the house and I'm just like, and I'm like, I want to write my fucking newsletter. And I'm like, relax. You don't need to do that right now. You're gonna make your bed. It's okay. Relax. Baby step, relax. So that is where I'm at. Who would like to follow that fucking train wreck? No, it's perfect. It's not train wrecky at all. It's perfect. I love you guys. Gosh, I love you guys so much. And I can't wait for more people to be on these calls too. What's happening? Why is that making noise? I'm gonna call you out, Laura. I want to know where you're at. You just popped out of the fucking whirlwind tornado. How do you feel?
Oof. Yeah, Evo Revo was it was good. It was magnificent. I really loved how my humans showed up and the growth that I could see, like especially in my leadership and leading my coaching, my little team of 10. And
Which is not little.
no, 10 was huge. And they all showed up for all their calls, every single one of them. I was like, wait, what do you do? Oh, I have a go-getting team. Yeah. It was really beautiful and it was connecting. And, now, it ended, I think I had my last call last night. We had, and then I'm like, oh, there was this like, huh. you know, like now what? Now what do I do? What's the next best step for me? And I'm having mm, I'm so exhausted that it's, and I have all these ideas and these notes and stuff about my vision letter, you know, just like um and I'm like so tired that I'm kind of I'm in it in my head, but I want to write it down like my letter, like I just want it to, you know, and so I'm kind of in that energy. That's my baby step, is actually writing my vision letter. And yeah.
Can I share something with you?
Yeah, yes, please.
I soundboarded my letter into a letter because I didn't fucking have the energy to write one either.
Ooh.
I went into my Slack channel because it transcribes it. Um and I just fucking soundboarded for about 5 minutes, and then I did it for another 5 minutes, and then I copied and pasted. You do get the timestamps when you copy and paste. I will tell you that it doesn't copy and paste. There's got to be a better way. I don't know what the way is. I'm sure there's an app. Um, or you could listen back and write it, I guess. But yeah, I soundboarded like 10 minutes worth of like, this is what I want. And then copied and pasted it, and I wanted to write it. So I wrote it. Like, I don't know, I'm just weird about the pen and paper thing. Um, so I don't know if that's helpful.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
downloading Slack right now.
yeah, just go in there and talk to yourself, or message me if you need to, like, message somebody. I don't know how that works if it's just solo. Um, or we have the PBC. You could go in there and I don't know if that's still a thing.
What do you mean?
Like, we had a perfectly balanced Slack channel. I don't know if it's still up and running. Um,
Oh, oh,
but
oh
you
yeah.
can like go in there. But
Okay.
yeah, just I don't know. I like that was helpful for me because I feel like all over the place a little bit too. And to sit down and write it was like, oh fuck this.
Yeah.
Too much.
Thank you for that. Actually, that kind of brings me some. I have on my calendar after this call, like I marked off 2 hours just to kind of like be in that energy. And so thank God, like my money call was this morning, so I got human shit out of the way, right? I got fed myself and did some, like you, like my sheets got washed last night. I got towels in there, like I'm like because oh my God, like this was one thing, like I thought I was prepared. Like I was so like on Wednesday, I was like, man, I'm doing so good preparing my home. It's clean, you know, I've got groceries. And then like I got my kids and everything just like started piling up, and I was so into the Eva Revo that like my exterior world, got, and it was cool though, because I got to experience myself like even though I was seeing the mess being created, and I literally did not have the energy to do it. Like I was so like, I'm in this Evo Revo, this is where all my energy. And so when I had a space, I would rest. I was going to bed at like 9:30, like sleeping and getting up and being right on the thing. So it was like I was very involved there, but my outer world, right, was like every single dish and pot and pan, every single dish was dirty. Every piece of clothing of mine was dirty. Like it was just like there was this there was this element that I was like watching like crumble, right? And there was nothing I could do about it. And so I got to practice compassion for myself, and I got to practice this was really cool. I'm just gonna keep talking because this was super cool. Um, so Christina Marie did a polarity conversation. She started that ignition in the Evo Revo, and I was like watching and listening and seeing what was coming up for me and all this stuff. And it's the masculine and the feminine, and like being like the feminine, surrendering, receiving, may I can't remember all the details. And then the masculine is the leader and the da 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 da. Well, I kind of so I kind of used the feminine language that she was explaining just out of curiosity, because it was like, we speak from our feelings, and then I can't remember all of it, but it was like feelings, and then I think needs, maybe, or okay, needs, and then permissives, and then I can't remember the other one. Like there was like 4 categories that the feminine speaks from. So I was like, manifestors are hypothesis. We're like, we got the theory happening. So I like was standing it was just me and Clayson. I was standing in my kitchen, and I was like, man, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Like I was just speaking this out loud in the middle of my clusterfuck of nasty ass dishes that fed my kids very well, right? I ran out of food. It was just ridiculous. Anyway, so I see this clusterfuck of dishes, and I'm just like, I speak out loud, and he's listening to me, and I can't remember what was going on. And I was like, man, I feel overwhelmed. I am experiencing, like, I don't even know exactly what I said, but I was I don't even remember what came out, but it was like in these like 4 categories or something. And I just went on with my business. Like I knew he heard, and I was just, and he's emotional wave. So I just said it and walked away. And then later when I had the space, this was Monday, when I had the space, I was like, okay. Oh no, I know what it was. I said, I asked him, or I can't exactly remember that detail right now. But anyway, so something about, there was a couple, I was washing dishes and he came in, and I said, something about, unload, man, I wish, something about the dishwasher being unloaded so I could, and he just started unloading the dishwasher, and there wasn't very much in there. And then he went on with his business, and so I did whatever I was doing, and I put them back in the dishwasher, ran them, and then he went and unloaded the dishwasher again. And I was just like, okay, this is cool. So he wanted to help me, but it was like, I didn't say you have to eat. I don't know, just I guess the language I leaned into was cool. And yeah, did I just go off a weird tangent? Like I'm like, wait, where am I again? What am I doing? Baby steps. I don't even
Baby
know.
steps. That reminds me of something Brendan said in the car just before. He's been fucking complaining about everything, and I know he doesn't feel good, so I'm trying to give him grace, but now I don't feel good. So now you need to return the favor. And I said that for the most part. I was like, I'm feeling really overwhelmed right now. I have calls this morning. I have calls when I get home. We have to run around, and I have a surprise doctor visit. I'm like, I really wish you would just like take a deep breath and stop your complaining. And he was like, you're right, Mom. I'm gonna stop giving you a hard time. I was like, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I was pulling out to take him to his dad's, and I stopped right in front of the trash can because I had mentioned that it would be super, helpful if that was one of the things he wanted to do. Oh, that was one of the conversation. It was like asking these men, in this way, in this format, if they want to be of service this way, kind of. And if it's a no, then just do it yourself, right? It's like this, like I don't remember exactly how it went, but that's what stuck in my mind. And so I pulled in front of the trash can, and I was like, oh, would it feel good if you ran that trash can up to the front to help me? And he said no. Or I don't even know how I like phrased it. Basically, like, hey, would you do that for me, homie? And he's just like, no. And I was just like, okay. And then I drove off, But I don't know, something. I want to get that book that she was explaining, because I haven't even tapped into that. I don't even know the rules or what this, whatever it is, the guidance is. But it just brought awareness that, well, shit, like I could train my son in this dynamic, or just like experiment with him, in this dynamic, and see, because just me, like just leaning into like I feel overwhelmed. I really could use some help. Just speaking this out loud and letting him respond or not. And I think that's a transit too, right? I can or can't. So it was literally like, okay, I'm just gonna say this and let him respond or not. I'm gonna do it anyway, and it would be nice. Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, and he did. Okay, back to me and my baby steps. Am I taking up too much space? It's 12:22. It's my manifesting channel. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I think just my next one is I'm gonna do that. I want to um I get to go back and I get to do my vision letter, and I just get to do my day. I think my day's already set up. It's kind of like my baby step, and it's gonna unfold. And my baby step also, I've been having some a different shift in my thinking, and where I want to do, like, what I actually really want to do this holiday. And I want to go to Kentucky. And then Tyrus was supposed to come and visit, and I like postponed him. I just got him to just postpone, and that felt really good. That was a good baby step just to give me more space. I had a lot of downloads and shit, and like a lot of like shift in love, and like calling in my partner, and like and so like sitting in that energy, like, and having like the words situationship. I learned that word in like somebody, it was Mitchell, he was talking about a lover, and he said the situational ship. And I was just like, oh, I like that. Like, cause I'm like in two situational ships. And then I'm like, oh, and one of them, I just kind of, both of them. And so I'm just sitting in this like, yeah, I just that's my baby step right there. And I already did it. It's just give myself space to integrate me before I like put these other energies into the vortex, so that I can actually, what do I want without being conditioned. It's like Tyrus is not, I won't even see him, which I enjoy him, right? But I'm also like, there's some kind of something I got to work out with situational shit. And on the other hand, like, oh, there's a kitty. Oh, that's like a mean ass kitty. And like calling in my partner, like really like leaning into that without the like, and I'm like neediness. I got to like really like lean into that, because I woke up feeling needy as fuck, and I was just like, oh, let's go do a live and get curious on what the fuck this is. And it was there was yeah, so some things came up that I got to hear myself. So it's like just sitting, my baby step is just being. I want to just be and be thankful on this week. Like, I have no, like, my kids are doing Thanksgiving festivals or festivities with the matrix side of their life. And like, I get to choose what I want to do. And even the thought of just being alone sounds delicious, or just being with my, here, and all. Yeah. So that was a big baby step. And I don't even know what the fuck just all came out of my mouth. And you're so welcome. There's so much more alive too. I'm like, geez.
Do you feel like my broken glass too?
Yes.
I wish you guys could see. I'm gonna send a picture of you. I'm gonna send a picture of what it looks like. It's fucking wild. I love you.
I love you too.
Integrate. I'm gonna integrate before I go and do anything that feels I resonate. That's kind of what I was saying too, a little bit of, is just like, let's, before we go do all these things, like, just relax. That's what we gotta do. I love it. Who else wants to share? She be waiting.
All right. Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I feel like this week, I'm doing a lot of observing and a lot of like gathering of information to see and like a lot of waiting too, just to kind of see and get curious as to like what my next step is. Um, for sure. And
Yeah.
I feel like um I'm like really enjoying doing my readings. Like I ended up selling 7, which, you know, with the buy one, give one, I've got 14 readings and I've done like 5 of them. Well, I've got 5 of them scheduled so far. So that has felt like so amazing. And I feel like each reading that I've done so far this week um is like giving me like puzzle pieces of information. So, and it's like not just for them, but it's for me too. And so, what I'm noticing so far is that I don't know if I want to use this, but I also don't really know how to like put what I'm observing into like a correct term. But I feel like everyone seems very out of alignment right now. Um, and I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just like something I'm observing and I don't really know how else to label it other than that. But it's like I'm noticing that, you know, it's either one extreme or another with people right now that I'm reading for. It's like their reading is telling them that they need to be taking action right now and they don't want to. Or it's like the reading is telling them you need to be still and you need to wait and you need to go within and you need to rest and blah blah blah, and they're not wanting to. So it's like one extreme or the other. But it's like regardless, it just seems like the guidance that is being received, or well, the guidance that is trying to get into them, like to be received, is not being received. So I think that's like the main key that I'm noticing. It's like, you know, because they're wanting to take action, but the guidance that their higher self is trying to give them is to be still and they can't hear it. And like vice versa. It's like the guidance is telling them to be still, but they're wanting to do a bunch of shit. So I don't know. It's just been really interesting. And then let's see what else. Um, yeah, so I guess I feel like I'm just trying to like figure out what that means for me. Because like I know what I want to do. And, you know, I've been continuing to write down in my desire journal, you know, just like desires that I have, like when they come up. And I think I'm like in the 50s right now. Like I've got like 50 things written down. And I even went back through it this morning to see like what has been manifested already. And so like I was able to like check some things off of that list. So like, you know, things are happening. And and it's just like I'm also being reminded that I always get what I want. So it's like this knowing and this trust and faith and hope and all of those things are like being cultivated in me right now. Of like, you know, I'm going to have every single thing that I've written down. It's just a matter of time. Because it's like that's what that little exercise is showing me. And it's like also what my past experiences have shown me too. And you know, it's just like I spoke it out the other day, like my favorite morning routine that I want to create more of for myself is like I wake up before everybody else. I go sit at the kitchen table, have my breakfast, and I do my readings. And it's like that feels so good to me. It feels like the perfect morning routine. and I want to start every day off in that space. Like it just feels really, really good. So I like spoke that out. And then now look, I've got like 14 readings. And I don't want to overwhelm myself. So I just schedule 2 every morning. Cause I also love seeing that like, oh, I'm booked out till Thursday right now for readings, like that's fun because I'm only doing like 2 a day. But it just feels like so good. Like that's how I want to start off my mornings. Because mornings are like when I feel the most clear in my mind. It's like I'm also observing that by the end of the day, I'm feeling very distracted. So it's like end of day is not great. It's not great for me to get things done off my to-do list. It's beginning of day when I'm not distracted at all. And like I'm clear and open and I'm able to hear, hear whoever's coming in. So yeah, it seems to be like there's a lot going on over here too. But I'm more in like an observation mode about it than anything. Cause it's like some things are just not quite clear yet of like how I want to move forward in them or like what they mean. And then, oh yeah, one more thing. So, and I know you all will probably resonate with this, but like, I forget what we were talking about, but Greg even made an observation. He was like, you guys like analyze yourselves more than anyone else that I've ever seen, like in the entire universe. He was like, y'all are constantly analyzing yourselves, like on a daily basis. He was like, I don't even know what I would do if I analyzed myself that much. He was like, I would probably be crazy. And so he was like, maybe you just need like a break sometimes, from the analyzation, and like we just kind of used the example of, that person reaching out to me with all the projections about my pregnancy diet, my craving. We just used that as an example because it was like one of the most recent things that happened. He was like, you immediately went into psychoanalyzing that situation of why she was doing it. And he was like, and maybe, maybe the why doesn't even really matter. He was like, what if you just instead were just like, oh, well, maybe she's just a cunt. Like it doesn't have to be like, oh, analyze, oh, she's healing. Oh, let me feel compassion. Oh, let me feel this. Let me just dig into the why of why she reached out and said this. Maybe she's just a fucking asshole. And then just leave it at that. And because I think that's where a lot of my energy goes. Because like that's why I even brought it up in the PPC chat. Because it was like, oh my God, it was just that whole situation. It was like invading my thoughts. Like I could not think about anything else other than that situation. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like this is taking up way too much space, way too much energy. And I don't want to even think about this shit anymore because it doesn't even matter. It's not even about me anyways. It's about her. So I'm like, why am I allowing this to take up so much of my headspace? So that's when I was just like, let me just speak this out in the group to get it out of here and see what happens. And then, just write it down as a desire. And then it was gone. So, yeah. So I'm also trying to figure out a balance in that too. Because a lot of things are taking up way too much time and way too much space. And it's exhausting me. And I would rather use my energy for things that have to do with me, like not other people's problems and issues with me. Like I feel like I could better use my energy and time for other things. Like let them worry about their problems, because that was her problem. It's not a me problem. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff, it feels like. So that's where I'm at. I'm just like, all right, let's just let it all happen and flow in, and then we'll put the puzzle together later because I don't know what to do with all of this right now.
I love your
That's
share.
fun.
I really love it a lot because I resonate and it felt very I don't know why. I'm just gonna share this because I have no words for it, but there's this like feeling of like compassion and like I want to say safety. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but that's what's coming up, like compassion and safety and softness that like washed over me just listening to you. I don't know why. I don't know like how to explain that or what that is, but it just felt like guided wisdom because it's everywhere what you said. Like the people just being out of alignment, like even myself, it's not that I'm out of alignment, but there's so many areas, right? The surrender, there's so many areas that I'm just like, oh, is that in alignment? No, is that in alignment? Oh, is that like the fucking spider glass. And I pulled this out of the garbage because I do this. I don't have any more calls for this week, but I started doing this because I started taking inventory of, is this mine or is this somebody on my call? So I jot the theme of all of my coaching calls on a little piece of paper. Listen, are you ready for this? I've had a lot of calls this week. Guilty for needing rest, being seen in the ease but struggling. I owe it to myself. Lack of self-worth. I need to relearn how to rest. Sealing up my leaky energy tabs. Struggling letting go. Silencing my overwhelming thoughts. Feeling like I'm out of control. Worrying about the future. This is all bullshit. The one girl said bullshit like 15 fucking million times during our hour call together. So I'm just like, and everything you just said is all of this. Right? Even me, like the chaos of, I sent the picture in PVC chat, like of the fucking spider glass everywhere. It's just like, it's just buzzy, chaotic, like, ugh, and I don't think we're supposed to do anything with it at the moment. But I fucking loved your share. I really did. Yeah, what's taking up space inside of me? Does it even belong to me? That's what made me pull out the list, is like, oh, is this even mine or is that hers and hers and hers and hers and hers? And like, do I resonate with any of that? No, not at the moment. Okay, then I'm good. Then there's nothing for me to do here. I love it. And I love that you're continuing to do your list. I need to get that on the schedule. Another reminder. I need to get that on the schedule. I want to do it so bad. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Did I say tomorrow? I think I said tomorrow and then I just never did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we said Wednesday, right? And yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah. And I didn't even schedule it. Maybe I'll just pop it in there last minute and whoever can come can come. He'll probably be kept home again today. I just got a notification that's like 4 pages long from the school nurse about all of the outbreaks of all of the things in school. I'm like, maybe I just keep him home another day. He's only got one more fucking day before a fall break. So like, he's been to school 4 days this month. It's fine. It's fucking fine. Everything's fine. Okay.
See, even the germs are chaos right now.
Yeah.
They're going in a million different directions. But yeah, hello, duh. everything's going in a million different directions and not getting anywhere, or like not going in the right direction, or blah 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 blah. And it's like, hello, we're all being led to our direction through all of this. That's it. That's just going to be the outcome. Like, eventually, there's going to be that thing out of all this like glass spider web shit. There's going to be that thing that just finally like clicks or sticks out or whatever. And then we're going to be like, oh, that's what I need to be doing. Oh, that's the direction. So, and it's just like, here we are, like our minds are just getting cleared of cobwebs right now. And our realities too.
Do you guys have circles on your roads by you? They're called circles, where it's like it's a section of the road that literally is a circle, and then there's like you can get off there, you can get off there, you can get off there, or you can just keep going around in the circle.
Oh God, yes. And those give me so much anxiety.
Roundabout. Yes, that's what this fucking feels like. But it feels like I'm like, oh shit, I missed my exit. Was this one? I remember my dad telling me growing up, if you ever come around a roundabout, don't panic. Just keep going in a circle until you know your exit. Don't panic. Just keep going in circles until you find your exit.
Well, look,
That's
that
enough.
is the
You don't need to
most-
say anything else. I'm sorry. That just
No.
fucking summarized everything.
No, your dad came in with the most profound advice, and that it's done now. Thank you. Thank you, Faja.
We are complete.
Just keep going in the fucking circle until you know your exit.
Oh God.
That's
I
so
love that.
perfect. Thank you for that.
Oh fuck. Who's next?
I just dropped a song in the chat that kind of describes it. It's called Spinning. So there it is.
Perfect. Nora, Brittany, you want to share? Jen, you want to share? I don't know if you have a sleeping baby in your arms or not.
He's feeding at the moment, but it's fine. I feel like I've been going around the circle like you're talking about, but this time I'm not trying to like find my exit at all. I'm just like cruising. I'm just like whoop, 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 whoop. And I'm just like, oh, there's an like when the exit comes up, I'm like, oh, information. Sweet. And I just keep going. I'm just enjoying the loop at the moment right now. We're like doing holiday stuff, planning holiday stuff, and I'm doing my usual like trying to just keep the house clean scenario. Well, you know, with newborn, and just keep the to-do list down to like how much can I not do and also feel like I got everything done for the day. And it's like anything that like creeps up in my mind of like I should do this, I'm like not doing. Wait until there's something that is like a Jen, you absolutely have to do this. And then I'm like, okay, doing that. And so then I'm not wasting my time or energy on all these like little things of, you know. So I'm like enjoying the circle. I'm down for the ride. I feel like I'm getting little hints of my direction, and those are the steps that I'm taking. So I don't even know what my next step is yet, and that's fine. And I know it'll pop up and like it'll be mad clear what it is next. So I would say that I've completed all my baby steps and I'm waiting.
Yeah, your baby step is to just keep going in circles.
Yeah. I'm just looping at the moment.
Yeah.
But like I'm like cruise control looping, and the car, like AI car, kind of like it's on autopilot and I'm chilling in it. So that's my vibe right now.
I love that. I resonate, only I'm not in cruise control. I'm like, oh, what's on that one? What's on that one? Is that the one I want? Wait, no, just keep going straight. Just keep going straight. Don't get off yet.
I'm like literally if it's a need to go, I'm like it's gonna have flashy lights and be like pounding in my face. Like that's the kind of I'm not doing the like checking and maybe it could be, maybe it can't scenario. I'm waiting until it's like flashing in my face and like, go here. And I'm like, that's what I'm doing.
She's waiting for the all-wheel drive to just.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love that. I feel like getting to that place is my baby step. Like, yeah, you weren't here. I don't think you were here in the beginning of the call, but yeah, like softening into the surrender that this is okay for now.
No, I was dealing with a junior who was, do I take every single fucking step there is to take? And I'm like, no, you wait, kid. Sleep, go to sleep.
Oh.
He was like tired and then like grasping at like things. He was tired and he was like, no, wait, my car. And I'm like, no, bed. And he, no, wait, I need you to read me a book. No, bed.
Oh my gosh. Brennan gets like that too. It's like, I just need one more thing. Just close your eyes a little bit.
Max will do that too. You can tell he's like dead tired. He's walking up to you. He's like, but I can't find my water bottle. I'm like, it's right next to you, kid. Go to sleep. You don't need it. You need your eyes to close.
These boys. It is so windy here right now. I'm like, I don't know how that glass is going to make it any longer. Maybe I keep hearing that for like days. And the landlord, he's a fucking slumlord. So like, God knows when he'll get here. He's like, I dropped a board off. There's a giant fucking plywood board. I'm like, well, what the fuck is that for? That's not a new door. What are you gonna do with that thing? You want me to make a ramp out of it? What the fuck are you doing with that shit? Put a sheet over just in case. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I moved all my plants. I think I don't. Everything's like in the middle of the fucking room. God, whatever. All right. Nora, Brittany, who would like to share?
My baby steps is well, always these days, like my health, being so good to myself, taking care of my body, and especially today, I fucked up my insulin last night and I'm still feeling the effects of it. And another thing that I've wanted to do this week is focus, like put more attention towards my like creating human design sessions with people and coaching. So I did a post about that. So I'm hoping to be able to do maybe something every day. I am also currently, I haven't gone shopping for Thanksgiving food and I need somebody to come in and cook for me. Because I feel like that's a lot. But I should probably get the kids to help. And Jeremy was asking me if he can have friends over this week. They don't have school tomorrow, like from tomorrow until Sunday. They're here and they don't have school. I was like, can I have friends over all week? And I'm like, if you tell them to go home at any point, not when I'm tired of them or need my space, and yeah, if you want to help me with like Thanksgiving food, like you gotta help me. And he's like, yeah, okay, we can do that. So I got him on board. So I need to like make a shopping list and do some shopping, some food shopping, and my human design and coaching, and just really get back to feeling good. Because I was doing so good. Like my numbers were like even, like exactly where they needed to be. And I think that I Part of the reason why I fucked it up was because I wasn't trusting myself to like that my body's good. My eyes are better. I can see way better again, so that's coming back. Feel really good about that. It's exciting.
I'm loving you so hard. I feel like I haven't seen you on any calls. Is that what this is? You found out you had diabetes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've missed each other somehow.
I know. I love you so much. I also feel like it feels like a really cool and fun and like new Thanksgiving tradition that you could create. Like everybody makes a dish or, just, yeah, I don't know. That feels fun when I heard you say that. I'm like, oh, yeah. Like they're old enough to do that, you know?
Oh, I like that. I
Yeah.
can do the shopping. I can like do all that. Give you the
Yeah.
recipe. Here's what you need to do. Oh,
Yeah. Or even like, what do you want to make? I let Brennan pick the menu this year. Y'all, I don't even know. It's not going to look nothing like Thanksgiving. But
Can I tell you guys something? My dad is the only one that liked Thanksgiving food when we were kids, and my mom hated how much she spent sleeping with my dad over food and no one eating it. She didn't even like half the food. But she was like, fuck it, one year. We had a movie theater that did 10 movies for $10, the VHSs, like, and she said, and we're going to the store and we're buying snack foods. I'm not cooking or cleaning all day. You're snacking and you're throwing your shit in the garbage and we're done. And she bought paper plates and paper utensils. And she was like, this is Thanksgiving this year. It was the best fucking Thanksgiving I have ever had. And we talk about it every Thanksgiving. We talk about how much fun it was and how epic it was. And it was like the best memory in the world.
I love that.
so I personally, I want to make a pie, a pumpkin pie that's healthy out of like almond flour and like the kind of sugar that doesn't like spike my sugar, like it's so healthy. That's what I want to make. And other than that, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm gonna make. So that's a good idea to ask the kids, like, hey, I need your help. You need to tell me. Like, you tell me
Yeah.
what you want. So, yeah, thank you. I'm gonna throw tradition out of the water. I can't do it anyway, even though I try. I try. I won't have a Christmas tree again this year, just 'cause tree in the house? Who does that? Well, everybody. But I have my own little thing that I do. So, yeah.
I love that. I feel like tradition was something that I really struggled with a lot during the holidays. And I know we've probably talked about this before, but like, I don't have a lot of family. His family, I could care less about. Um, and it's like, I feel bad for Brennan. And so that was a lot of like mom guilt about like, what about the traditions? What about the traditions? And I've just come to learn that like tradition gets to what is the thing called where we make a new word out of a word? Tradition actually in my house means we get to do what the fuck we want and it gets to look different every single year as long as we're happy and we can look back and go, that was fun. That's what tradition means in our house.
Yeah.
During COVID, we had filet mignon. Ron went out and bought to Costco and he bought a big fucking pack, a bunch of filet mignons, and we had like the most luxurious dinner ever. Not Thanksgiving tradition at all. And we decorated for Christmas. And it was perfect. We watched movies all day. Perfect.
Can I watch something while I eat dinner? No, not right now. Huh? Not right now.
Chicken instead of turkey. Yeah, we're not doing turkey. We're doing ham. I just bought a spiral ham. I'm making homemade, like instead of the green bean casserole that I loved growing up that nobody else eats, I'm gonna make like a gourmet one with like shaved mushrooms and like the whole nine. I bought these like fancy, what are they called? Haricot vert green beans. I'm like, oh, we getting bougie with the green beans today. So a tofurkey. Stop it. I can't. I love it. It doesn't taste like chicken blog. Mm. Brittany, are you around? Would you like to share, my love?
Sure. I am so happy. I am a freaking master at manifesting. I only experience the best outcomes. I always get what I want when I want it. I manifest my desires instantly. My 3D shifts effortlessly. Manifesting is so easy for me. I am so happy. I love who I am. I just got another $1,000. My life is perfect. I wake up free and at ease. I am so spoiled.
I love you. And I know I say this every time, but I love that little squeaky voice of hers. I'm sure you're like, oh, that's fun to hear all day. And I love it. I love us. All right, sisters, we're going to keep going around the roundabout. We're going to keep affirming that it's exactly where we need to be and everything's happening right. And I fucking love you guys. Anybody else have anything? Okay. I love you. Bye.